Hello everybody and welcome to this new video on Freecad, and in this video we are going to see how to work with the different planes. So it means how you can add the planes, how you can work with these different work planes, and this is what we are going to see in this video. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like the content. In the first link on the description, the complete course Freecad is available, so if you want to learn Freecad starting from scratch with a course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. This is a reference course, a lot of hours of training content. We can see the different features on Freecad. We work on the different workbenches, and at the end of the course, different creation of 3D models as well. In the second link on the description, this is a website in link with this YouTube channel. You can discover software, have basics of this software in these YouTube channels. And second link on the description, it is like online school, so it means you can pick a course and you can learn any graphic software. So let's start with the work plane. So when we go on this area, concretely you can create a datum plane. This is what we are going to see. So first things to do, we'll create a sketch here. And I will create a sketch on the XY work plane, just like this. And I will define just a rectangle. So I will create a rectangle from the center just here, and I will enter two value. I will type 200 millimeters, and I will press tabulations, and I will type a second value like 100 millimeter. Then I will click on close here. I will create a, so when you click here, I will create an extrusion. So inside the body, I will click on the sketch and I will create an extrusion. So I will click here and I will create my first extrusion with a value of 20 millimeters, and I will just validate. Then I will create another sketch. I will click on the sketch tools and I will create another one on the XZ work planes. I will activate the grid to make something a little bit faster in this case, and I will click on the polyline tools. I will create a polyline just here. I will snap on this area, and I will just, oops, I'm not going to snap here. I will snap more, yes, starting here. And I will create something here, then go on these directions, then these directions, come back here, and I will do something like this. I could also use the symmetry features, but it's pretty simple, pretty fast, so I don't really need to do this, and I can just do this in one times. Then I will click on close here. I will create an extrusion with the extrude features, and I will increase the value with, for example, 20 millimeter, just like that. So how we can create work plane? Concretely, I'm going to switch to this front view. I will turn a little bit on this area and I will move like this. So the first things to understand when you start is when you activate the origin, you have three work plane by default. So you can select this one, or this one. And each time when you click on a work plane, you can create a sketch on this work plane. But now if you want to have a work plane on a different area, you can click here, datum plane. And when you click on datum plane, you can select a reference. So a reference can be a face. So for example, if you click on this face, you can just create a work plane here, even if you can click on a face and also create a sketch directly on the face. So maybe in this case, it's not extremely useful, but in some case, I'm going to come back here. You can just click here, create a new datum plane, but you can create a new datum plane with the offset. So what does it mean? You can go in the attachment offset here, and in the Z directions, you can, for example, move this work plane, and you can move maybe at 20. You can just validate, and as you can see, you have created a new work planes. Let's create another one. If you want to deactivate the view of the origin, you can deactivate here. I will click on this face here, and after to click on this face, I will activate datum plane. So now the face is automatically selected here because I selected the face. If you want to remove this one, you can select and you can press delete on the keyboard and you can remove your reference. If I want to select again, you click here, you select the reference, so this face, for example, and when you work on the Z direction, you can create to offset. It's a little strange because it is XYZ direction, but when you move the work plane, it will be every time on the Z axis. And I can move, I can move, I can move, I can move maybe until 40, and I will just validate. And thanks to that, if I want to create a sketch on this, I can click here, I can create a sketch, and if I activate the grid to see where we are located, as you can see, we are located on this work plane, and I can create a sketch here. So if I create something like rectangles, just like this, or I create something like a circle, just like this, as you can see, we are on this work plane here. So I'm going to close and I will click on the sketch and I will press delete on the keyboard. So this is how you can add work plane. I can click, for example, on this face. I can add a new work plane and I will create an offset. I will select the Z directions and I can create another work plane. So when you have a work plane created, automatically they will appear on this area in your construction tree. And in the construction tree, something that you can do is to hide the work plane. So when you are in the construction tree, you can just click here and you can just hide the view of the work plane. The work plane is still here, but you can add. You can also double click on the work plane and you can edit the reference, or you can edit also, for example, the offset at your convenience if you need after. So you can edit after. You can also click on the work plane and in the data properties, you can find the length, the wide, and you can find one more time the attachment. And when you click here, you can also change the position from these panels in the attachment panels, as you can see. So it is another way to process and to adjust the work plane after. Now you can add more reference. First, I will add this one, and this one. And I will click on work plane again. And this time I will click here and I will press delete on the keyboard. So you can add more reference. I'm not going to work too much, but just to show you with two reference, I will click here and I can define, for example, if I define this face, I can select a second reference and I define this face, just like that. So automatically I can create a work plane. And here the work plane is not going to appear. So I'm going to show you again. I can click here and I will select here on this area. You need to be unselected. I will click on this face and reference to, I will click on this face and automatically the work plane will appear at the middle, as you can see. But you can place in other type of area. For example, I can select my first reference and it can be something like maybe this line here. And the second reference can be maybe this line. And we can create a work plane just like this. And if I just validate, as you can see, we have created this work plane just here. So you can make something a little bit more advanced. You can also select edges. I'm going to show you again. I will create a new datum plane. First, I think you can deselect first, it's more convenient. So you can click here and the reference can be, maybe you can select a point. So it means you can select an edge. And my second reference can be, for example, this point as well. And we can create another work plane just like this between this one and this one with the right direction. So you can create more advanced work plane. But the most of the time when you create a datum plane, I'm going to deselect everything. So most of the time you will just use one of the face or one of the original work plane. For example, I can just click on this face, create the work plane here, and the most of the time you will just add one reference and you can adjust a little bit the direction. But you can definitely make more advanced work plane if you need, using multiple reference like multiple edges or multiple points. If I just validate all my datum my datum plane will appear on this area, as you can see. So this is how you can work. If you want to remove a datum plane, you just click on the datum plane, you can press delete on the keyboard, and you can remove the datum plane. So we are going to stop here for this video. If you like, subscribe to this YouTube channel. First link on the description, the complete course Freecad is available, so if you want to learn Freecad, starting from scratch with the course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see the models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn in this training course. A complete course, different hours of training content, reference course. We see the part design workbench, the part workbench, but also different type of workbenches that you can use in details. At the end of the training course, different 3D model creation and different type of models that we can create using Freecad. In the second link on the description, this is a website in link, this is YouTube channel. You can discover software in these YouTube channels, have basic of this software, and second link on the description, you can pick a course and you can learn any graphic software. For next video, see you, ciao ciao.